At the Dubai Air Show 2025, an unexpected twist shocked the aviation world. On one side of the runway, an Indian Tejas fighter suffered a critical failure, crashing after a hydraulic leak issue that had reportedly been flagged just a day earlier. The incident sent shockwaves across the international defense community, raising serious questions about safety, reliability, and the aircraft's overall performance under high-pressure conditions. But at the very same moment, another story was unfolding, one that could shift the balance in South Asia. A friendly country officially signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, with Pakistan to acquire the cutting-edge JF-17 Thunder Block 3, the most advanced variant yet. With AESA radar, enhanced ECM suites, long-range missile capability, and next-gen avionics, Block 3 is now stepping deeper into the global spotlight. This video breaks down both sides of the story, the causes and implications of the Tejas crash, and the growing international confidence in Pakistan's JF-17 programs. From technical insights to geopolitical impact, here's everything you need to know about this dramatic day at the Dubai Air Show 2025. On the final day of the show, an Indian HAL Tejas demonstrator plunged from the sky and struck near the runway, erupting in flames. Witness footage showed a sudden, steep descent and a large fireball. Officials confirmed the pilot did not survive, and both Indian and Emirati authorities opened formal inquiries into the accident. This is a major incident for a jet that India is promoting as a symbol of its domestic aerospace progress. In the days leading up to that crash, social media had circulated images and short clips suggesting an oil or hydraulic leak on a Tejas parked at the venue. Indian authorities publicly pushed back on some of those claims, describing the visible condensation and routine drip pan measures as non-critical maintenance actions. But whether the widely shared leak footage was routine or a symptom of a deeper mechanical problem cannot be accepted at face value, and investigators will have to determine if any earlier sign should have grounded that flight. That uncertainty is central to how we should interpret what happened. So, what does a crash like this mean technically and politically? Technically, accidents during demonstration flights are rarely down to a single simple cause. Airshow demonstrations push airframes and pilots into low-altitude, high-agility maneuvers that leave almost no margin for error. A hydraulic leak, engine failure, control system fault, or pilot incapacitation are all plausible culprits. The Court of Inquiry will look at maintenance logs, fault messages, engine data, and ground handling reports, and they will reconstruct the last minutes from radar, telemetry, and video. Expect the first public statements to be cautious. Historical precedent shows airworthiness investigations can take weeks or months. But even before final causes are known, the optics are damaging. The Tejas program is a flagship project for India's aerospace ambitions, an indigenous light fighter intended to replace aging platforms and to be sold abroad. A high-profile crash at an international air show raises questions for diplomats, potential customers, and domestic audiences alike. It will be politicized, debated in defense circles, and used by competitors and critics to press for technical answers and accountability. Now turn the camera 200 meters down the static display, row to Pakistan's pavilion, and a very different kind of headline. On the same day, Pakistan announced that a friendly country had signed a Memorandum of Understanding to acquire the JF-17 Thunder Block 3. The Pakistani military and media highlighted that the Block 3 variant drew significant attention at the Dubai Air Show and that an MoU marking a procurement milestone had been penned, though the buyer's identity was left undisclosed in those initial communiques. For Pakistan, this is an export victory and a powerful marketing moment. Why does the JF-17 matter in this setting? The Block 3 is Pakistan's most capable variant so far, a 4.5 generation, low-cost fighter designed to offer modern avionics and sensors at a price point attractive to developing air forces. Key capabilities associated with the Block 3 include an AESA radar, a helmet-mounted display, improved electronic warfare systems, and an expanded weapons suite. Features that lift it well above legacy light fighters and closer to Western mid-tier competitors on sensors and lethal reach. These upgrades are precisely what make the JF-17 exportable to countries that want a credible multi-role fighter without the political strings or price tag of higher-end Western jets. One of the most consequential changes has been the Block 3's integration with longer-range air-to-air missiles, notably the Chinese PL-15E export derivative, which gives the platform a substantially enhanced beyond visual range engagement capability compared with older short-range missiles. That matters. Modern air combat is driven by sensor range, data links, and long-reach ordnance. An aircraft that can detect, track, and hand off or engage targets at longer distances becomes a deterrent and a genuine tool for air defense and regional influence. Taken together, these two stories, a crash of a high-profile indigenous fighter and the signing of an export MoU for a competing platform, illustrate how air shows are less about aerobatics and more about geopolitics and marketing. For India, the Tejas accident will be weighed against a backdrop of expanding domestic orders and ambitious production targets. It will not, by itself, end the program. But it will nonetheless slow momentum, invite scrutiny of supply chains and maintenance practices, and give rival vendors talking points. For Pakistan, the JF-17 MoU is a valuable proof point. It demonstrates that lower-cost, combat-capable aircraft from non-Western suppliers can win foreign buyers, and that Pakistan's aviation industry, PAC Camera and partners, can deliver saleable platforms. From a pilot and maintainer perspective, the practical lessons to watch for will be around life cycle management, quality of maintenance, supply chain resilience for critical consumables, hydraulic seals, sensors, engines, and the robustness of pre-flight checks. For air forces considering procurement choices, acquisition decisions increasingly hinge not just on platform performance, but on sustainment costs, training pipelines, and interoperability with existing systems. A low unit price is only meaningful if the fleet can be kept flying safely and on station. So how should viewers digest this? First, treat initial reports with caution. Investigations will refine the picture. Second, appreciate the underlying trend. The international fighter market is diversifying. Cheaper, capable designs are finding buyers outside the traditional Western supplier network. Third, expect both political theater and practical follow-through. Investigations and damage control around the Tejas, and contractual and delivery milestones to monitor for the JF-17 deal. Both stories will be decisive for regional air power narratives in the months ahead.